Welcome to the RGB lighting guide, or the current state of RGB lighting in your case, or whatever you want to call it. We've had RGB lighting in headsets and keyboards and mice and whatever for quite a while now, but inside of the case it's been slightly more tricky. One of the very cool things that has happened is ASUS now has RGB 50/50 headers, which is the standard for RGB strips, and little cables that come off of them so you can plug in RGB strips to them. Cool. CableMod also has LED strips now ranging from RGB to UV to single color ones. So we're going to put the two together and see how it works out. First, we're going to start off with CableMod's wide beam LED strips. So these come in RGB, the main feature of today, single color, whether that's like red, green, blue, white, or single color but ultraviolet. So yeah, that's pretty cool. The idea behind wide beam is that it has a wider spread of light than a conventional LED, up to 50% more, which is actually really solid if you want to have consistent, smooth lighting throughout your entire case. Another thing that I really like is the different ways that it can stick to your case. One of them is your standard kind of adhesive style, but it's with a different adhesive than I think we've seen before on LED strips, which is a foam 3M solution, which is actually really aggressively sticky, which is great because it really sucks when your LED strip in your case is like bowing out and falling off and just looks like junk, and this one should stick pretty well. Another one that will stick pretty well, and actually my favorite one, is the magnetic one. Voila! I love that. That is super cool. They put little magnetic blocks throughout the entire strip, and then it just sticks anywhere in your case. The LED strips that are actually in the case right now, both of those are magnetic. Another thing that I wanted to mention is their power. Whether you're just powering the IR LED box or if you're powering an LED strip directly, you're able to do that using SATA connectors, which is actually pretty cool because it would be a shame to plug in a Molex strip to your modular power supply just for some LED strips when you could run a SATA connector that actually allows you to plug in another one afterwards, which is pretty sweet. It's a pass-through SATA because you don't need that much power for these little guys. Yeah, saves you cable management space, uses a more modern connector. That's nice. Molex can go away. I don't need it anymore. Now they are fully chainable, each end of the LED strips having a female connector and then having these male-male little bridging connectors that come with your LEDs. And if you want, you can have them IR LED controlled. So you can use this little box which comes with the big package for the RGB LED. And here are your female connectors so that you can bridge them into your LED strips. Have these going in two different directions if you want. And then the third little cable that comes off of here is the LED receiver thingy for the box. This allows you to use this controller, which is great. It has on and off, so you can turn your strips on or off if you want to like go to bed and don't want the light on or something. You can dim it or make it brighter. You can change what color it's currently running or what hue of that color it currently is. You can change what mode it's in, so flash, strobe, fade, or smooth. All that stuff is great, but the usability of a controller to control the LED strips inside of your computer is a little bit wonko and feels a little bit old and has been done for a while. So we're gonna put all that kind of stuff away. I'm happy that it's able to be done, but if you have one of these new spunky ASUS boards that happens to have the Aura connector or the Aura header where you can plug in 50/50 LED strips like these guys, I think you're in luck. In terms of plugging them into the board, you can use a combination of wires, but you do need to use, for the RGB connectors, the wire that comes from CableMod. That's a custom cable that they have that makes sure that the R, G, and B wires actually match up with the configuration that ASUS has. For instance, if you don't use the included cable from CableMod and try to set it on like, what's my CPU temperature? It shows a chart from green to red and shows up as purple if your CPU isn't that hot, which means nothing. Also, if you set it to music effect, it looks absolutely crazy. If I set it to music effect right now and listen to the Christmas album from Linus Media Group's awesome, amazing Christmas band, it still kind of looks like it should probably be playing dubstep. but whatever, at least the colors are somewhat accurate. There's also a static effect if I wanted everything to just look white, which I think looks great in this case. There's a breathing effect, just so that I can have everything kind of breathe in and out. We all know the breathing effect. It looks really cool on ASUS logos. I've been doing it forever in red. Strobing, so basically it just turns on and off. It's not super fast, but it just turns on and off. Color cycle, which will go through all the available colors if you want to have this cool, like, gradual rainbow effect. And then, yeah, music effect and CPU temperature, like we mentioned earlier. Also, what you can do with this software is sync everything up if you want. So you can have it so that all of the LEDs in your whole rig, so the one that's on your motherboard and both the headers that you might have branching off, are all synced doing the exact same effect. Or you can decide to individually control the logo, header 1 or header 2. Thanks for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the current state of RGB lighting. Personally, I think we've had some pretty good improvements. Having headers on a motherboard and having software on your desktop just makes sense, in my opinion. And the new mounting options of the foam and magnets are huge improvements, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Don't forget to check out the links in the description. There's an Amazon affiliate code that helps us out a ton. It's actually like super awesome. Another thing that's super awesome is becoming a contributor on the forum or checking out one of our many great t-shirts. If you want to watch a very cool video, click up here. I'm not going to tell you what it is though. There's a question mark and well, there's hopefully is a question. Taryn, please, question mark, and then put the title as the block as just a whole bunch of question marks, and then you guys should click on it and then just see what it is. And don't spoiler it in the comments down below because that is just rude. I don't even know if it's going to be on our channel, but it's going to be an awesome video, whatever it is.